ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। राह में आए जो दीन दुखी, राह में आए जो दीन दुखी, सबको गले से लगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो।
Hello friends, this is Bharat and Meena Trivedi.
Varsha and Dilip.
Sapna,
and Gaurav Lal.
Suvarna,
Arya,
and Manoj Khadi.
Ilanga.
Sejal Desai,
Smita.
and Vivek Chaudaha.
Anjali Desai.
T and Deepak Arora.
Pawan.
And Rinki Agrawal.
Sid.
And Archana Nair.
Danny.
and Rinku Mehta.
And Sunil Kiani.
Priyanka,
And Vinay Kedia.
I'm Johnny Jenkins.
Kiran Fincher. Raj.
And Aradhna Asava.
Together,
We support
HungerMitao.
Good afternoon, friends. We are your hosts, Aradhna and Rajasava, bringing you the HungerMitao program. Thank you for joining us on Saturdays at 3:30 p.m. for this half-hour show where we share updates on food insecurity in the North Texas area and across the country and provide information on volunteering and food donation opportunities. Friends, through HungerMitao, the Indian American community is unifying to emerge as a big part of the solution to fighting hunger across America.
Thank you so much for joining us. Friends, through this show, you get not only updates on the hunger issue in the USA, but also find out all the ways in which each one of us, in the spirit of give where you live, is making a difference, and we can continue making a difference. We can indeed ensure no one around us goes hungry. We hope to bring you information around the complex issue of food insecurity in our prosperous country.
Aradha, let us share a few resources with our listeners where they can get more details about this community-driven movement. Friends, HungerMitao is your one place to go for all information, and I mean hungermitao.org, the website. Through this site, you can navigate to any of the 7 food banks where HungerMitao is currently operational and reach their local webpage where you can find volunteering opportunities, steering council member information, donation links, sponsorship programs, and a whole host of things that are happening at that local food bank.
And right now, listeners, the main campaign we have going on is the HungerMitao Spring Food Drive. As many of you may know, HungerMitao conducts 2 large food drives each year. One in March as the celebration of the various spring festivals of India.
Holy hey!
Yes. And the second food drive in August commemorating India's Independence Month. These food drives serve as an opportunity to combine even a small part of our resources. This unification of a small personal contribution, let's say even $5 per person.
A Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, it brings forth an impact that only a unified approach can achieve. It shines visibility on the philanthropy of the Indian American community in doing something good here locally.
Yeah, together we are better, we are stronger.
So for more information about the ongoing Spring Food Drive and how you can participate to support North Texas Food Bank and Tarrant Area Food Bank.
And actually any of the food banks across the country.
That's right.
Right?
You can pick whatever food bank you want to contribute to.
Yeah, for example, Anna, you and I, we lived in Michigan. We moved to Texas. And if you want to also support our food bank in Michigan, we could do that.
Absolutely.
And if your food bank is not listed there on hungermitao.org, you can always donate to Feeding America, because Feeding America ensures that your funds will go to those who are in dire needs of resources. Friends, HungerMitao literally means wipe out hunger. And that is our ambition. We are a national volunteer-driven movement that work with Feeding America and their nationwide network of over 200 plus food banks, focused on ensuring nutritious food reaches food-challenged children, seniors, veterans, and families in need across the U.S. The ugly effects of the pandemic-related issues in the form of compromised health, underemployment, high inflation, broken supply chain, and now the war are clearly visible in the increased demand for charitable food assistance. Too many families must make impossible choices between paying for food, rent, utilities, or medical bills. Your action today can help. Please visit www.hungermitao.org and make your impact during the month of March, which is the HungerMitao Spring Food Drive month.
Listeners, as Raj said, we are facing a myriad challenges ranging from the global pandemic to a war that is slowly engulfing the entire globe. All of this is creating a sense of hopelessness and anxiety all around us as we watch our beautiful world being ravaged by humanity-threatening disease and self-inflicted devastation through war. Unfortunately, somewhere in the process, we may be forgetting or getting desensitized to local issues like hunger. You know, during the pandemic, Raj, when all the TV channels were focused on the long lines standing and waiting for food, we saw the donation rate go up.
Dramatically.
Right? Because everybody saw the need and they sprung into action.
Correct.
Well, right now the media is not covering hunger.
Correct.
But that doesn't mean the hunger has gone away.
That's
The inflation is really adding to the issues, and more people are turning to charitable food.
Let us just see the headlines, Aradhana, of some of the leading media outlets around this growing issue. Okay, these are not current, as you rightly said. These are currently war is in the headlines, but this is recent coverage about the hunger issue. So here is one from Bloomberg from early this year. America's hunger pandemic is getting worse. A slew of factors, including poverty, inflation, and COVID, have placed tens of millions of Americans at risk of food insecurity.
And here's one from CNN. Hunger in America could get worse as supply chains tighten. The article points to surging prices, short supplies, and highlights higher grocery prices have hurt consumers. But many Americans are also struggling to fill their shopping baskets with weekly staples like milk, eggs, and packaged foods as pandemic-triggered labor shortages and other supply chain problems prevent stores from restocking quickly and efficiently. So it's not just that people are waiting for their furniture to get home, it's not that. People are waiting for food.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
It's extremely expensive. The little food that's getting there is very expensive. So imagine on a tight budget, having to pay more for electricity, more for gas, more for medicines, and more for food.
More for everything, right? And
So-
food is the one that typically suffers.
It always suffers because other things need to be taken care of.
Exactly. Aradhana, on that article, it goes on to talk about Carmen Allen, who runs food pantries, which are connected with the food bank. She says that among her community, the need for food has gotten greater during the pandemic. So many people have lost jobs, or their work isn't paying enough to cover the cost of food for their families. It's put a lot of pressure on us. That's what the folks who are coming to the pantries are saying.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
That is so sad.
Yeah. And, I keep thinking, well, there are many of us who can actually help, right?
Yep. So sad.
Are you thinking of something?
It is surprising how most of us go through life oblivious of all this. And the irony is that they have the power to do something about it. reminds me of the song. अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए, अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए.
खुद गरज दुनिया में ये इंसान की पहचान है, जो पराई आग में जल जाए वो इंसान है. अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए, अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए, तू जिए दिल जमाने के लिए, अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए. बाजार से जमाने के कुछ भी न हम खरीदेंगे, बाजार से जमाने के कुछ भी न हम खरीदेंगे, हाँ बेच कर खुशी अपनी लोगों के गम खरीदेंगे, बुझते दिए जलाने के लिए, बुझते दिए जलाने के लिए, तू जिए दिल जमाने के लिए, अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए. हिम्मत बुलंद है अपनी, पत्थर सी जान रखते हैं, हिम्मत बुलंद है अपनी, पत्थर सी जान रखते हैं, कदमों तले जमीन तो क्या हम आसमान रखते हैं, गिरते हुओं को उठाने के लिए, गिरते हुओं को उठाने के लिए, तू जिए दिल जमाने के लिए, अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए.
Hunger, while basic, has become increasingly complex issue. We will continue to bring latest information and thinking in this space to our listeners. Let's learn together. To be part of this learning journey, don't forget to tune in to 104.9 FM every Saturday at 3:30 p.m. That's Fun Asia. And if you are on Facebook and have not done so yet, please join the Facebook group. Just search for HungerMitao _North Texas and just join in, and we'd love to have you participate. And we request you to join it since we use that channel to communicate all the exciting opportunities that come up with HungerMitao and the North Texas Food Bank. Events like volunteering, food drives, awareness sessions, ways to advocate with legislatures, opportunities to engage our youth. In fact, just this Saturday, we had our spring clothes and household items, used clothes and household items drive, benefiting one of the pantries of North Texas Food Bank. You can find all that information on the HungerMitao Facebook group. Please join in.
Our listeners also know, Raj, that HungerMitao has sponsored the co-branding of a 24-foot truck that serves North Texas Food Bank.
It's an amazing looking truck.
And this truck, it does so much.
Yes.
It moves much needed food from the food bank to the pantries and also brings food donations to the food bank. This is critical infrastructure.
Exactly.
HungerMitao needed 15 supporters to split the cost of this sponsorship
Which was $150,000.
over 2 years. Yes.
Yep.
And I have great news. We have some leaders who have committed to the 2-year sponsorship of the HungerMitao truck.
And who are they?
Suman and Tanya Chapuri,
Bharat and Meena Trivedi.
Sid and Archana Nair,
Who are these? Raj and Anna Asawa.
SLK Global with our friend Alok Datta,
Indra and Om Singla.
Sudhakar Pennam,
Neeraj Bhatia.
and we've also received word from our 9th sponsor, the Ramesh and Kalpana Bhatia Foundation.
Yes.
Huge thanks to all of you for your support. But friends, we now need a few more. Please let us know if you are interested and would like to support this initiative that improves people's access to food.
And an innovative ways to do this is for a group of friends to come together and commit to a sponsorship. It is as simple as 5 friend families creating a combined commitment of $1,000 each for 2 years. That is it. Each family gets their own tax receipt, and it becomes a wonderful way to do good together. Today, 1 in 6 North Texans struggles with food insecurity. And sadly, 1 in 4 of this number are school-going children. So you see, our engagement, your engagement is crucial.
And it's important, listeners, that you understand that HungerMitao is not an organization. It's not another charity. It's not another 501c3.
Right.
HungerMitao is a 100% volunteer-driven movement. We are trying to raise awareness across the Indian American community about the elevated hunger that lurks around us in all zip codes. Because of the excellent and efficient work done by the Food Bank Network, HungerMitao works to organize and connect the Indian American community with the work of the food banks.
And the amazing work they do. We are constantly looking for people who want to engage in this community building effort. And people are joining us every month. If you are interested to learn about the HungerMitao Steering Council, please drop us an email at ntfb.org/HungerMitao. The Steering Council is a group of people passionate about fighting hunger who devote about 4 or 5 hours a month. That's just 1 hour a week to do some amazing brainstorming, idea generation, and execution through the HungerMitao movement.
In addition to all that you do for charities back home and in the USA, we also request you to give where you live for hunger relief. Please make a gift of food or funds to your food bank so you strengthen the communities you live in. Please do get involved. Everything you need to act on is at ntfb.org/HungerMitao, and you can get to the same site through HungerMitao.org.
That's right. So just for clarification, folks, we are giving you 2 websites. HungerMitao.org is the national level HungerMitao website. From there, you have links to the North Texas Food Bank HungerMitao page, or you can go directly to your North Texas Food Bank HungerMitao page through ntfb.org/HungerMitao. Food banks are dependable sources, friends, not pop-up charities. So people know that they have support whenever they need it. If each one of us made a commitment of providing 3 meals a day to one person through North Texas Food Bank, that translates to just $1 a day, and you have transformed a person's life. Just $365 a year. What an inexpensive way to make a difference, make an impact, make a difference in somebody's life.
With that kind of commitment, Raj, you've suddenly taken one burden away from this person of feeding himself, right?
That's right.
And then they can double down on finding a proper job, finding a better job,
getting back on their feet.
Exactly. So, and then that becomes one way to shorten this line of people waiting for charitable food.
That's right. the dependency and all that will
Yep.
reduce.
Friends, as we close our program today, we thank you for your generosity and for caring about others around you. We thank you for caring, for volunteering, for helping organize awareness events, for running food drives, making donations, for becoming multi-year donors, for giving your time and in kind. And thank you, Fanasia, for becoming the mouthpiece for HungerMitao.
Our mission, friends, is HungerMitao, wipe out hunger. And HungerMitao is as much about eradicating hunger as it is about unifying the independent, fragmented efforts of our community and focusing it on the humanitarian cause of hunger. Let us come together as the entire Indian American community and show how we engage in any place we call home. We are smart, compassionate change agents who give where we live, so our community benefits from our presence.
Until next week, friends, remember, we may never be able to eradicate hunger, but let us ensure no one goes hungry.
HungerMitao.
HungerMitao.
किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है। किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है। माना अपनी जेब से फकीर है, फिर भी यारो दिल के हम अमीर हैं। माना अपनी जेब से फकीर है, फिर भी यारो दिल के हम अमीर हैं। मिटे जो प्यार के लिए वो जिंदगी, जले बहार के लिए वो जिंदगी, किसी को हो ना हो हमें तो एतबार, जीना इसी का नाम है। रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का, जिंदा है हम ही से नाम प्यार का। रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का, जिंदा है हम ही से नाम प्यार का। के मर के भी किसी को याद आएंगे, किसी के आंसुओं में मुस्कुराएंगे, कहेगा फूल हर कली से बार बार, जीना इसी का नाम है। किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है।